start by building collectors and relay. I think this is the very first special ops I've been using relays. Or actually, the very first level I've been using relays. In general, they are pretty counterproductive because they take up a good amount of energy, but this time it works well because we actually want the long distance it has. I wasn't able to get a blaster in the center by using collectors, and when my blaster is stuck in the right corner, I was not able to make any progress. Because there are spore attacks in this level, don't forget to build SAMs. Also build reactors so we don't run out of energy. Once our blasters are able to make a decent defense, build a motor. The plan is to use the blasters to attack and the motor to defend. And I thought it was all going well until the spore attack destroyed some of my stuff, even though I already had an SAM there. I don't know why it was not triggering. Also, I noticed some creepers were leaking from the right, so I moved my motor there to defend it. After I moved it to the right, it would start leaking from the left, so I moved it back. And guess what happens? The right started leaking again, of course. I think this is very counterproductive to have a motor moving back and forth, so I just built another one. And unfortunately, I built my motor too close to the creepers, so it got destroyed before I could finish building it. Learned my lesson and I built my new motor in the center. This time I was able to build successfully, but I'm running quite low on energy, so I tried to build more collectors. Somehow my motor is able to clear up a little bit of an area on the bottom left, so I built another SAM and also more collectors and reactor. It looks like my energy is doing fine, but I feel like I'm just lacking firepower, so I just built another blaster. I deactivated my motor on the right because I was running low on energy, but I wasn't paying attention and the creepers destroyed it, so I moved my left motor to the right and built a new left motor. I tried to take turns deactivating them to preserve my energy, expanding my network by building more reactors and collectors. I tried to move my blasters upwards, closer to the center, but it seems I can't really move up in one direction because otherwise the creepers will flow from the other direction. So I started using one blaster to defend one side and using two blasters to attack the other side. It seems the two blasters group are lacking firepower, so I'm going to build a third blaster to join them. Unfortunately, two of my blasters got destroyed by the creepers, so I gotta rebuild them. Learned my lesson this time to not build them too close to the creepers, and I don't really have any room at the bottom, so I built it on the right, and then moved it to the center. So my idea was my fourth blaster. I tried what I was doing before by attacking on one side, but I feel like that's just not really working out. Perhaps it's better to gather the firepower in one location. I'm just going to put out 4 blasters in the center. Once the blaster was able to break through the center, we can move up the other 3 blasters on easily. And while expanding my network, I forgot to build SAM, so some stuff got destroyed. But we can just rebuild them and also add an SAM this time. I'm going to leave one blaster with the center creeper and move my other 3 blasters to the top. I'm hoping to break through from the right. As we slowly make our way up, don't forget to build collectors and SAMs. Since the right creepers are cut off from the source, we can just move it up to help us attack. Be patient here and slowly approach the creeper. Also, don't forget to build another SAM at the top, just in case. I was having some trouble trying to get my blasters up on the platform, so I just work on building more collectors. I also try to reposition my attackers and hopefully a different position can help, which it looks like it is helping. And I just remember my other motor was basically not doing anything at the bottom, so I moved it up. I think I have enough energy to build another blaster, so let's do it. And since most of the creepers around the top left power is gone, we can get it at this point. It also looks like we fully trapped the source of the creeper, so it's not generating new ones. The rest will just be easy peasy. First I'm going to go for the bottom left, and then the top right item. I actually forgot what that thing is for, but it looks like we do have to get it to complete this level. Just in case there are more spore attacks, I'm going to build another SAM and more collectors. Also, I just noticed that spore attacks destroy my paths from the bottom flower, so after we get the stuff at the top right, we have to actually go get the bottom flower again. I also built more SAMs just in case, but it was not necessary.